Hello and welcome, everybody. My name's Evil Mage, and this is Construction Simulator on the European map. This is episode number 6 on that playlist. And we are going to continue working on the second floor here. So, first step, we need to put the concrete framework up for the second floor walls. So let's get those moved over in place. Where are we putting them? Putting them way out here. Okay. Dragging that along the scaffolding there. Probably not the best idea. There's one. Okay. We'll get these all lined up here. That was a much better path. Oops. Okay. Two more to go here. I started this contract so long ago, I forgot that these were rentals. I should probably return those. I just saw them take the next hour's rental fees out and went, oh, what am I renting? Okay, so now it's just the concrete equipment. That's the only rental I have left. Good. I brought all this stuff over in one trip in the last episode, or the previous one. It's been at least one episode, and then I forgot to return them, even though I specifically did it in one trip to return them. That was a very intelligent move, wasn't it? Alright, so we'll get out and we'll go unpack the framework. Gonna make me do each one or do them all together? Looks like it'll probably do them all at once. Yes. Okay, so now we are ready to pour. These are 3 different frames, huh? Alright, so we'll do this one first. It's the biggest stretch to get out to that corner, so. All the way out here. Okay. Alright. That corner's full. Oops. like I said in some previous videos, it looks like we're wasting concrete. We're really not. The devs kind of knew that as complex as the controls are for this, especially on controller, they were going to have to limit the flow to when you're actually on target. Otherwise, I think pouring these walls would be probably 20 to 30 loads instead of like 1.5 to 2 loads of concrete per wall. Or per frame here. I'm going to fill up the center of that wall there before we move on. See if we can get this wall full. Doesn't seem like that's going to fill up much further there. We'll have to come in. Sorry about that. Okay, so we'll continue on. Oh, we're out of concrete. Okay then. Move the crane over here. And we'll jump in the other truck here. I've done so much fast traveling already in this playthrough, it's not even funny. Should probably start driving a little bit, because I think there's some achievements for distance driven and stuff too. I've already got a couple for my fast travels, because I've done so many. We'll fill up with a little bit more concrete. We'll probably need to fill up probably 2 more times here to pour these walls. We might get by with 1 more fill up, but I don't think so. Of course, we still have to pour the 2nd floor roof too, so we'll see how it goes. That's not going to line up. Okay. If we adjust the chute a little bit, we should be able to hit that one. There we go. And it's flowing. Okay. Oops. Wrong one. There we go. We'll finish this furthest framework here. We are in. Okay. There we go. I think we'll probably try and dry in the building itself here on this episode. We'll do the walls and then we'll pour the ceiling. We might be out of time after that, so. Since we don't have controls over the when the windows and doors go in. We won't technically be dried in, but the building itself will be in place. So we'll call that dried in. Technically not dried in till the walls and doors, or till the windows and doors and all that are in. I have done a little bit of construction in my life too. So wait, we are out of concrete that fast? Wow. Okay then. But yeah, I did a little bit of carpentry and did a lot of manual digging and stuff, and like we had a class in school that was called construction tech, and we literally went around for the whole year just like doing construction projects for the community as a class. And like we did a little bit of concrete framing. We did the forms and did some digging and stuff, and we did all the carpentry. We didn't really do anything as far as electricity. We didn't get to do any electrician work in that class. And we obviously weren't pouring concrete, but we were helping with labor and stuff for that. That was a really fun class. I enjoyed that. I also did some like set building and stuff for the that was a different class, but for our theater department I did a bunch of the set building and design and stuff. We had a lot of hands-on classes that were pretty fun. I wish we had an automotive shop in my school. For some reason, we had the automotive shop, but we didn't have a class that utilized it for some reason. I don't know why that is. We are out of concrete again. I don't even know if we're going to finish this third framework with one more load. We might have to fill up 2 more times. This one and then one more. Seems like we are flying through the concrete on this pour. I'd have to go back and look. I don't remember. I don't think we had to fill up this many times on the ground floor wall pour, did we? And that was one big... Oh, that actually might explain it, though. Because it was all one big exterior pour, there weren't... We've got like 4 extra walls here going across the middle that we didn't have on the ground floor. It makes a little more sense now. I was like, we didn't use this much concrete on the bottom floor. Well, there weren't as many walls. There's mostly just the exterior walls. Because the interior ones were brick. I think the brick that we have left is for, like, the balcony walls. Come on. Fill that corner in. Okay. So now we need to stretch out and get the far corner again. Alright, there we go. There's a little pocket over here that's not full. Okay, we got that. Back out to this wall. Huh. There was still a lot of that form still to fill. But it snapped done all of a sudden. Alright, so we'll adjust this over here. And we will lift what's left of the bricks in place. 6 pallets of bricks. Alright, halfway there. Number 3. Our massive stockpile of parts is slowly disappearing here. Okay, so one last set of bricks. And then I'm sure we'll have to go actually unpack and lay the bricks. And then we'll have to move the 6 ceiling elements, or whatever they called them, into place, and then unpack those, and that'll build the roof pieces that we'll have to lift into place. And then we'll have to pour the ceiling. And that should pretty much finish the building. Then we have to do all the landscaping still too, though. Cool. There we go. That's the way over to the next set. There's another game on the Steam Workshop that I kind of want to check out too that's similar to this. But well, I don't know how similar it's going to be. It's called Builder Simulator. It looks like it might be interesting, but it's a lot more laying the pieces out, you know, piece by piece, instead of just standing here and unpacking the bricks. Like I think you actually set the bricks in place and everything. Might be a bit of a grind, but I don't know. It got my attention. Maybe I'll check it out. If any of you guys have played it, let me know. If you like it, let me know. Maybe I'll pick that one up and put it on the channel too. Right now I'm playing a whole lot. Oops. Okay. I glitched into a spot there. There we go. But I've been playing a lot of mostly driving games. I definitely want to play some other stuff. So, depending on the order things come out, because I do have a little bit of Timberborn recorded. You guys have seen some. You guys might have seen some of my Moonshine Inc. playthrough. Well, that wasn't really a playthrough. That was just a couple tutorials and recipe guides and stuff. I tried doing a playthrough, and my saves all got corrupted, and it kind of made me mad. So I just stopped playing it for a while. Maybe I'll bring that back. The videos I've put up have really have more views, or are some of my most viewed videos. So you guys apparently like that game. Maybe I'll bring that back. Game's been out for a bit and they've updated it a few times, so I'm sure it's probably a better playthrough. I'm sure they've gotten most of the glitchiness and bugs out of it by now. I do like to play city builders, so I'll probably put a few of those on here too. And I still want to get Flight Sim out. I still want to put some Flight Sim on my channel. I don't know how well those videos are going to do. I have kind of a big plan for that game. I want to take one of the smaller planes, and I want to fly it all the way around the world in Microsoft Flight Sim. Like, literally airport by airport. But the problem is, I'm not sure how interesting some of the actual flying would be. The scenery's great in that game. It's amazing. And it's a great sim. But if you think about it, when you're actually flying the routes, there's not a whole lot going on. There's not a whole lot of excitement. So that's why I haven't posted any of it on my channel yet. But I do want to play some Flight Sim. So I think those will be the next couple things I get going. Maybe some city builders. Maybe some Flight Sim. And I should really get back into Moonshine Inc. Because like I said, those 2 videos I did on Moonshine Inc. that are still up on my channel got a bunch of views by my channel standards. I'm not sure if I want to do a playthrough of that, though. Because every time I try, something gets messed up. Okay, here. Let's see. I want to do a really big apartment complex. Like, not just 2-story buildings. I want to build, like, something tall. I want to do, like, a 10-story building or something in this game. I don't know if there's anything that big. I know there's some big construction projects in here. Some really big ones, but I don't know if there's anything that tall. This is the tallest crane that we're using right here. I'm wondering if we can put a building in place. Like build the first few floors of a building. And then put this crane on the roof of the building and continue building up. In real life, they have these tower cranes like this that can fit in the elevator shafts of really big buildings and just kind of lift themselves up the elevator shaft to keep building up to the very, very top. So you can use these to build like 100-story buildings. In fact, that's how they do it, is they put this tower crane in an elevator shaft and just climb the building as they build it. So that would be really cool to see in a game like this, but I don't think that's... I don't think they've got that in here. It would be cool if they did that as like an expansion or a DLC, though. The last construction simulator was, what, 8 years ago? I think it was 2015 when the original construction sim came out. So if they're going to continue with that type of a cycle, it would make sense that they could do some DLC and stuff for this. These panels are so small. We should be able to put, like, a couple of these. Like, we should be able to do this whole roof in, like, 3 sections. But no, they're making us do it in 6. Actually, it's 7, isn't it? Yep. Because there's even 3 little ones for that last square. Which could easily be 1 piece. I just got to thinking there for a minute. I mentioned the previous construction simulator. It actually has the exact same title. There's no years on it. There's no any indication as to which one's which on YouTube. So I'm kind of curious if I'm even posting this to the right game title. I'm pretty sure all of these videos have been uploaded with the same game title tag, but it might be the older one. I hope not. I'll have to look and see where my videos are being posted. Maybe change the game title tag, see if that affects my views. Because the other game's like 8 years old now. So if any of you are finding me by searching Construction Simulator, or if anyone's trying to, they might not be finding me because I'm on the wrong version. I'll have to check into that. Okay. Bit of a yawn there. I haven't even been up for very long. Why am I yawning already? 2 more pieces, and then we'll pour the roof. And then the building, as far as this game is concerned, will be dried in. Huh. Okay. They're putting obstacles in the way now. Why do we have that big framework around it here? There's not going to be another floor. This is the roof. With the higher elevation. Oh, I can stretch that far still. Okay. Good. It makes sense. We had the stretch for the pillars on the patio, so we should have been able to get up here. But that had the lower boom stretched to get out that far. And we can't do that anymore because we're up too high. We can't lower the lower boom section. Got to keep it pretty much vertical to pour all this. There is a way, and I almost forgot about this. Actually, I haven't seen it in this version yet. The tower crane in the old version had like this big bucket that you could use with attach it to the crane, and then you just filled the bucket with concrete and then poured it where you needed it up on super high places. I'm hoping that's in this version too, because that was really cool. But I haven't seen it in the market. When we go to buy equipment, I haven't seen it anywhere. I was talking earlier about wanting to be able to do super tall buildings. But the pump won't actually reach all that far. So we would have to use the crane bucket. That might be an issue. It held a pretty decent amount of concrete, but it still wasn't like a full truckload or anything. It was like maybe a third of a truckload. So I think to do really big buildings, I think people would probably ask for a much bigger pump. This can reach really high or reach really far out. But it can't really do both. I couldn't reach this back corner on like a 5-story building. I think I might be able to get there with a 3rd floor, but that's about it. Alright, so one section's floor is done. 2 more to go. I could definitely have parked closer to the front of the building, though. Except I didn't have to want to move the equipment like 10 times. So I figured parking on the sidewalk, I'd probably have to reach a bit. But I figured I could get there. Turns out I was right. I wasn't sure, but I thought I could. Alright, come on. Left a patch back there, so we'll grab that. That's pretty well closed in. Oh, now I'm pouring concrete through the gap there. And I keep going further over. Get back over. Alright. Need to come in. There we go. See, it looks like that lower boom section that's pretty much vertical there is probably reaching high enough for a third floor. But then we have this down hose here hanging off the end that we have really no control over. That kind of takes a bunch of that away. So I don't know how high we could get with this. I'm sure we'll find out at some point in the game. There's so many hinges here, and each one has its own control. Alright, roof number 2. One more. Start all the way out in the corner here. Perfect. No. Retract. There we go. Okay. I think I'm going to come up this sidewall here. Okay, so that's full. I'm going to sweep along the back, fill it up. Oops. Up. Lift. There we go. We'll come all the way across the back wall here. And we're out of concrete. Okay. Last truck, maybe? I hope. Should be. And then we can return our rental equipment. Okay. Hopefully this will be the last load. Come on. Let me finish this roof already. Gotta get turned around here again. We hit it. Yep, we hit the hopper. Okay. In real life, having a delay between trucks like that can really mess with a concrete pour like this. Ideally, you want a continuous flow of concrete. If you have a delay of like a half an hour or an hour between loads of concrete coming into the pump, the concrete starts setting before new stuff comes in, so you get like weak joints. You end up getting separate slabs if it's a long enough break. So normally you would have multiple trucks just cycling up to the pump one after another, so that it comes out as one solid pour. And anytime you do have a break between pours, they're usually connected with rebar to reinforce the joint. Alright. So apparently I'm missing a spot here. I know I have that little bit in the front corner. Oh! Why did it all of a sudden decide that was enough? Okay. Anyways, that closes in the building. Alright. So, I think I'm going to call this episode here. And if you enjoyed this episode, make sure you hit that like button. Feel free to subscribe to keep up with this or any of the other games that I'm posting. I hope to see you in the next video, and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.